I'm Julia McPherson, River Restoration Specialist in the Water Environment Fund team with the Scottish Environment Protection Agency. We're working on a project here on Davington Burn. Burn is in the Border Esk catchment in Dumfries and Galloway. A small weir was built here over the natural bedrock step about 150 years ago to feed a lade that powered a small mill. The mill's long gone, but the weir, although relatively small, still presents a barrier to migratory fish who use this river to spawn and could actually be using a lot more of the river. There's 5 kilometres upstream habitat that would be really great for these fish: salmon, sea trout, eel, but the weir that was here is currently blocking their access. SEPA administers on behalf of the Scottish Government the Water Environment Fund, and we're really pleased to have the support of the landowners, both the private landowner on this side and the British Geological Survey on this side, to work with them to use the Water Environment Fund to take away the weir and open up all that upstream habitat. It's really important for the burn and the downstream white esk because at the moment the lack of available habitat for these species is having an ecological impact on this and the downstream water body. So we're working with Ayrshire Rivers Trust to deliver the project in as kind of sensitive and low impact way as we can. We're using machinery, but we're also using a technique that's a first for Scotland. We're all trying it out, we're all learning from it, where we're injecting and expanding grout into the concrete, which over time expands, cracks it, and means that we can break it up more easily and get it into the excavator and get it off site. Before we started the work, we did a fish rescue below the weir and quite far downstream and then above the weir. And what was really encouraging was that we found a really healthy population of salmon, trout and eel down here below the weir and far fewer above it, which really tells us that the weir was presenting a barrier to the fish getting upstream. Like I say, the weir was stopping the fish getting upstream, and we know there's a healthy population here just ready and waiting to go. As soon as we get the weir out and back to its natural bedrock state, and we're almost there now, the whole burn will be open up to fish, and that means that the burn and the white esk will reach their objectives in Scotland's River Basin Management Plan to get to good ecological status. And we're also helping to deliver parts of Scotland's wild salmon strategy. The project will have wider environmental improvements. We're also going to do some native tree planting along the sides of the burn, which will provide shading for fish, improve the biodiversity of the area, and also contribute to Scotland's climate change actions. So all in all, SEPA are delighted that this project's going ahead. We're really pleased to be working with Ayrshire Rivers Trust. It's gone really well, and also with the support of the landowners, and just to get the burn back to its natural state, back to the bedrock step that it was, and let the fish happily get upstream.
Hi, I'm Stuart Brabs and I'm the Trust Manager at Ayrshire Rivers Trust. The reason Ayrshire Rivers Trust are involved in this job on the Border Esk, or the Davington Burn in the Border Esk catchment, is because this weir, it's difficult access. It was very similar to a weir we've got in Ayrshire that we would like to tackle and ease. So there was a great opportunity for Ayrshire Rivers Trust to have a go with a new product to us and test the process and then consider it for future work. But what we did was we used an expanding grout, which you drill holes within the concrete, you pour in an expanding grout, and 2 or 3 days later the concrete's shattered or broken. It's a controlled demolition rather than using breakers or explosives or anything like that. It's very much a controlled and sensitive approach, and we were very keen to try this. So we came along. There was a team of 4 of us here involved all week, and I think we've made some very good progress. We're just about complete. It's Friday, just about lunchtime, and it's going to be a clean-up job this afternoon. It's been a great learning curve for us. I think it would have worked better in mass concrete, but this weir wasn't constructed like that as it turned out. We didn't know that. It was constructed using bags filled with cement, and it was done in 2 stages. It was first appeared about 200 years ago, and after that, maybe about 60, 70 years ago, there was another layer put on top. So the top piece came off very much easier than the bottom piece. But I think the process shows really good potential. It's done virtually no damage to the bedrock that was there, and that was what we were really keen to protect. So the process of drilling and stopping when you get to bedrock and then filling, you're actually only working on the concrete. And nobody knew what was under this. It hadn't been mapped or drawn or anything, nobody knew. So a lot of it was just sort of touch and feel work. And having experience, my background is contracting, so before I came into the fisheries sector, having a feel for your tools and knowing how to determine when you've touched the bedrock. But it's worked well. And I think here on the last day of this project, day 5, we've got a day establishing the site, getting machinery on site, and getting down here to work, because we are in a remote location. So really we started work in earnest on Tuesday, and here we are Friday, we're finishing up. We've done all the concrete removal just about that we're going to do. The site looks good. Fish passage will be restored. It has been restored by this process. I'm looking forward to coming back here this winter, just have a look and a walk at spawning time, see if we can see any fish going over or having been over and spawned above. Be really nice to see, just a nice thing for us, confirmation that the work we've done has been successful. But I think this has been a good wee project. Great learning curve for us, and much as I had a fair idea how it would work, there's some very fine tuning you can do to it. So anybody needing advice on this can give us a call. We'd certainly happily give you some feedback. And another successful job by Ayrshire Rivers Trust.